It's time for the Northwoods Cooking Show. Starring Uncle Roy and Miss Callie, the troublemaking dog.
Hello and bonjour, my apron from Paris. Oh, do you like that? My traditional red apron. Well, I found a red one over there. It said Paris all over it. Oh God, I had so much fun shopping in Paris. Oh my God, it was just fun. And I found some steals. We're gonna take and do our fall favorites episode today. And we're going to be making a maple syrup salmon. This is going to be delicious and wonderful for these cool fall days and nights. And it's very simple and easy. That's one thing I like about my recipes is that I can translate them and configure them so that you out there can watch and learn what I do, and you can do them yourself because it's so simple. I take the big words and terminology out of things and just make it in more layman's, easy to understand terms. So I hope you enjoy it that way too, because I know what it's like to go on both ends. To do the simple stuff, that's the way I was raised, and to do the hard stuff, because that's the way I'm taught in the restaurants and stuff that I worked at. And it's like, excuse me, but these people don't understand what you're talking about. It goes, that's why those cooking shows on the Food Network, some of them are nice and some of them are just way over your head. It's like, what are they talking about? If you don't go to culinary school, you have no clue what they're talking about. So I try to make it very simple as possible, and make it easier. So, first of all, in a small bowl, we're going to be making a marinated sauce for the salmon. And we need a 1/4 cup of maple syrup. And let me guess where this is from. Oh, Hamel, Minnesota. Hello. Thank you, Hamel. I go by there every day when I go to my gardens. It's right in between them. Right there by Medina. So we need a 1/4 cup of maple syrup. And of course, this is 100% pure. And we need 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. I hate these lids from the Asian companies. They're just so tight, they just kill your fingernails. It's 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. And I bought this at the Asian market. Big old quart bottle of it. But it's cheap. Well, what did I pay for this? $1.89. For the whole big bottle. Can you stand it? Lasts me about a year. And if you want a teriyaki, you just add soy sauce and brown sugar. Then we got 1 clove of garlic. I already mashed it and took off the paper. Or you can just take and buy the minced garlic already in a jar. Dollar store. Then you don't have to sit there and chop like I'm doing right now. In fact, I'm sure I've got some already minced up in the refrigerator door. But I had this fresh garlic in the windowsill, so I thought, well, I better use this up before it starts to dry out. Anyway, that's our 1 clove of garlic. That gets thrown in there too. Along with just a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. I got this big jar of garlic powder at Aldi's, $1.99. And black pepper. I got this at City Value, $1. For a whole big thing of this. This is little tiny cans from McCormick and Schimmel's. They cost, they're like about $4 or $5 just for that little tiny tin can. Get a little plastic one, cheap at dollar store. And that's just 1/8 of a teaspoon, of black pepper, just 1/2 of a quarter. And that's it. Now we take these ingredients and we're going to mix these up. get out my little whisk here, little whisk. You want that soy sauce, you want all the ingredients mixed together, but especially that soy sauce and maple syrup to be blended in together well. And then we're going to take our casserole dish, and I believe this is a 1.5 quart or 2 quart, and spray it. And I always like to take and spray the tops too, just especially the edges, because they always get the crunchy crunchies in there, you know, and it's just like impossible to clean when you're soaking them in the water, you know, in the sink. Now, we'll just take our salmon, and this is a 1 pound package of salmon. So you can use any kind of salmon you want to, fresh, frozen, whatever, it doesn't matter. But this recipe is for a pound. And is there 4? Yeah, there's 4 packets in here. Sometimes you can just buy these packets individually like this at the grocery stores. I think Rainbow has them like that. Then, put those in the bottom of your dish, and then just pour your marinade over the top. Get all the little goodies, garlic in there, pepper. And that's it. Now, we'll put this in the refrigerator to marinate for 30 minutes, and in 15 minutes, we'll just take the fish, all of them, and turn them over once. That's it. And let it continue for the other 15 minutes. And then we can take and put these in the oven. So let's just marinate these, and we'll be right back. Yeah. I'm thinking next. We're going to be making the other casserole. Okay, while the salmon's marinating, we're going on to our second fall favorite recipe. And this is going to be an awesome creamy corn casserole. I couldn't remember the name. I found this recipe and it's very, 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 very easy. But it had awesome. Ooh, awesome. But this is just a few ingredients and it's so simple to make. This would be a wonderful side dish for your Thanksgiving meals coming up. So let's get to this awesome creamy corn casserole. Oh, I almost forgot. And I'm sure you've noticed, where's Callie Alice? Oh, no, Callie Alice. Oh, I'm gonna cry. Oh, the dog has let out. Oh, Miss Callie Alice gone. She's on vacation. Her master took her to, my roommate, and his girlfriend, the 3 of them, went down to St. Louis, Missouri for the weekend. And, took Callie Alice away. And I'm like, who's gonna be my guest star of the show? Maybe I'll find some pictures of her and do a little memory lane thing, commercial of just Callie Alice pictures. Anyway, and this is Callie Alice's toy, a prison puppy. The big grin. And she's already chewed the holes out of it. Stepping all over the house. I got her this in Paris. I said, Callie, that's a very special Paris toy. You can't take it in repetition. 30 minutes. Boom, it was all over the house. She loved her toys. So let's get on with our awesome, creamy corn casserole. So what we do is, let's see now, I needed, something on the floor. I'm going to wipe out there, Callie Alice. Oh, see, I'm still thinking she's here. I'm home alone. I'm still talking to her. Callie Alice, where'd you go? I step on her toy, and I'll be like, toys. Troubles. Where'd you go? So we need 2 eggs. And we'll just take and beat these up slightly. It just makes it easier to blend in with your other ingredients if you beat your eggs first before adding other ingredients to them. And then we need a can of whole kernel corn. with the juices. That's going to mix in with this corn muffin mix. Recyclables. A can of cream-style corn. Now these are the large 15-ounce cans that I'm opening up here with my arthritis. That was one thing I didn't notice over in Paris is my arthritis was pretty good. Over here, I think it's because it's more humid. And that's why the joints, stiffen up. You all know, you older people, us 30-year-olds and better, get those crinky cranks, in our joints. It's not fun. Plus, I got the rheumatoid and degenerative and osteo. I got all three types of arthritis. So on a humid day or a cold wintry day, it's like ooh, all cramped up. Young kids, don't be making fun of your older folks and grandparents that have the arthritis pain. It may look funny because you're looking at them. You get it too. If they have it, chances are you'll get it too. Don't make fun of the elders. Anyway, then we got those 2 cans of corn. Then 1 box of the Jiffy cornbread muffin mix. This gets poured right into the bowl also. It's so simple. Everything just gets thrown in the bowl, along with 1 cup of sour cream. So this will make it nice and moist. Instead of all dried out. I hate that when cornbread dries out. Oh, you get that, when you make that and it just, when I make the mix of the cornbread muffin mix, if I make it plain just by itself, I'll take and throw in a little 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. Makes it so much moister. And then I always put in like about a 1/2 cup of sugar because I like a sweet cornbread, almost like yellow cake. Oh, crumbs everywhere. I don't got no Callie to clean up my mess. One of them slipped away here. She was always down there. Every time I spill something, she always cleans it up for me. I don't have to worry about it until I wash the floor next time. That's the best thing about having a dog in the house. And a half cup of melted butter, which is 1 stick. And when you melt that in your microwave, 45 seconds. Don't go any further. Don't do a minute because it's going to boil over and then you get that foam mess butter all over your microwave. Only 45 seconds will melt it down completely. 20 seconds for softening it up out of the refrigerator to mix into your baking goods when you're making cookies and cakes and stuff. Just 20 seconds, and that softens it without melting it. But to melt it, just 45 for 1 stick. That's plenty. Otherwise, like I said, big mess in the microwave. Oh, I hate that. The butter mess, everything's all greasy. You use paper towels, use like a 1/2 roll just to wipe it out. Oh, it's terrible. Just try to save you spare you the trouble, Now we'll just take and mix these all together. And this is going to go into another casserole dish, which I believe is like a 2 quart, 1.5 quart, something like that. I don't know. I can't judge peripheral vision here to imagine it, because I know what, because this here is a quart, or a 1/2 quart, 2 cups to a pint. So 2 of these make a quart. So I'm thinking this might be a quart. So we just take and mix this up until it's all blended well together. You got your muffin mix and sour cream and eggs and butter, and 2 cans of corn, 1 whole kernel and 1 cream style. That's it. That's it. That's it. This is going to be a wonderful casserole for Thanksgiving. This is great. My scallop corn is really good. That's almost like a souffle practically, and everybody loves it. It's sweet without having any added sugar in it, because you got all that corn in there. So make sure to spray. Nothing worse than cleaning up a mess, especially when you give it to somebody else to clean up. I just hate that. When I'm working in the restaurants and the old folks' homes and stuff, whenever I dirty dishes, whenever I put them in the sink, I always put water in them. I never give them to the dishwasher bone dry or burnt or something, and here's a mess, you clean it up. No, that is just too rude. If you empty out your dishes, when you put them in the sink, add a little water to them. If you have to do them later, it makes it easier to scrub them out better. Or if somebody else does it, it's a generous way to make them feel better so they don't have to be forcing in there. You know, it's just a common courtesy. So this goes into our casserole dish. I'm guessing it's about a quart, maybe a quart and a half. I want to save all these nice flavors. Scrape it clean. Oh, I don't have anyone to lick the spoons. Oh, that was her favorites. Oh, she loved licking the spoons. Oh, I got no Callie and I to lick the spoons. Oh, or the bowls. Oh, that saves me in cleaning dishes too. I mean, I wash them and everything else, but it just makes it easier. You don't have to take and rinse all this stuff out and then wash your dishes. You know what I mean? She looks it clean for me. Now we put this in a 350-degree preheated oven for approximately 45 minutes or until the top is a nice golden brown. And this will be our awesome, creamy corn casserole. I gotta think about that. Get the chickens in a row. Chickens. Oh, speaking of chickens, when I was in Paris, everything's gonna be connected with Paris. I'm sure people are gonna hate me if I... When they see me coming, they go, oh God, here comes that guy from Paris. He's gonna talk about Paris again. Just watch. He's gonna talk about Paris. Paris this, Paris that, blah, 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 blah. Sounds like my dad. So now while everything is baking and marinating, was it 15 minutes? Yep. I can turn that salmon over. Here's some pictures from some videos from my trip to Paris. Whoa! Okay, my salmon's all done marinating. It's gonna be beauteous. And this goes now into the oven, a 400-degree oven for about 20 minutes or until the salmon is nice and flaky. And since I got it at 350, it's gonna take a little longer because I got the casserole in there. But I can put these in at the same time. It's just one's gonna take a little bit longer. So I got it probably about 30 minutes at 350. But just until the fish is flaky. So just make sure that whenever you put multiple containers in the oven, that they don't touch each other, so the heat can circulate around them evenly. Just a good little tip. Oh, let's get out the big chicken plates. Or a serving plate. Okay, Callie, sorry. Oh, I'm gonna cry, Callie, get out of here. Oh, I'm so used to having her. Oh, no. Oh, it's lonely without Callie Alleys around the house. Oh. So this is our maple salmon recipe. Ooh, beauteous. And our awesome creamy corn casserole. Oh, this looks so nice and fluffy, fluffy. Oh, look at that. Beauteous. Oh, how pretty that is. Do some nice close-ups of this. Be right back. All right then, here's our beauteous, whoa, hot, 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 beauteous dinner of fall favorites. Here's the maple, oh, and I even got the oozy-goozy sauce from inside there poured on top. The maple salmon recipe and the awesome creamy corn casserole. Ooh, don't that look beauteous, Callie Alice? Oh, oh, Callie Alice not here, I'm gonna cry again. Oh, I'm so used to saying her name. And this is the awesome creamy corn casserole, and it's so fluffy that you would think that Jiffy cornbread muffin mix would be hard and dry, but it's not. It's moist, very, very moist, just like cake almost. And the corn in there, oh, this looks just beauteous. So remember when you make it, to leave the juices in the cans of corn, don't drain them. Just put the whole can right in there, it's so easy. Throw everything in the bowl, mix it and throw it in there, and then bake it 45 minutes or until it gets golden brown. Oh, beautiful. And then our fish, so let's take a sample of this. Oh, that corn casserole is wonderful. You got that muffin flavor to it, and without being cakey-like. You know, it's not a cake, but it tastes kind of cakey because it's kind of on the sweeter side. Oh, that is really, really good. And then we got the salmon, and you know how full of nutrients and vitamins that salmon is. It's so good for you. And salmon's not that pricey as people might think. Like I said, generally speaking, these fillets are about $1 a piece at the store. I'm not a salmon person at all. I mean, I can take it or leave it. But this I would take. This is good because it has that maple syrup on there. Oh, dipping a little bit more. And that is good. That is really, really, really good. So we hope you enjoy these fall favorites. Well, so I hope you enjoyed my fall favorites recipes today. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so lost out, Miss Callie Alice. Oh, I just want to cry. I got no one on my heels all day long when I'm home. Oh, I got no toys to step on. Oh, if I do, she's not around here. Anyway, they'll be back at the end of this weekend. And so, oh, I've got to do the mail. Let's see who wrote us this week, Callie. Oh. No, Callie Alice. Oh, what a quiet, what a quiet. Oh. Did you see her in a Halloween costume? She was a skunk. She was a little stinker. She was so cute. Dear Uncle Roy, Miss Callie. Can you make pancakes without baking powder or baking soda? All I have is flour, eggs, salt, sugar, milk. Sign, Jeannie of Los Alamos, New Mexico. Oh, hello, Los Alamos. Hello, hello, hello. It's one of our sister cities. We got what? Eight other stations across the country that our show is filmed at. And also, you know, it's on Facebook and YouTube. So always just go to the search box at the top of the page and type in the Northwoods Cooking Show, and all the episodes will pop up on both YouTube and Facebook. For those of you who can't catch the TV show here in the Northwest cities of Minneapolis and Burnsville, and 8 other stations around the country. Anyway, yes, Jeannie, pancakes. No. You have to have baking powder or baking soda in there to make the pancakes rise. Unless you have self-rising flour, that would help out because then your baking soda is already in there. Or if you have Bisquick pancake mix, then that has soda in it, so that'll make it rise also. But just the basic ingredients of flour, sugar, egg, milk, etc., you gotta have baking powder or baking soda in there to make them rise light and fluffy. Otherwise you get the flatbread. That's what it turns out to be. My suggestion is, since you already have those ingredients without the leavening agents, why don't you take and make French pancakes? They're called crepes. And that's so simple. It's just egg and flour and milk, and you just swirl it in the bottom of your frying pan, just a little bit of the batter, until you get it really, really thin, almost like a tortilla, but even thinner than that. And then you can just make quite a few of those, and you can take and put fresh fruit in there, or even pie filling and put in there, roll them up with some whipping cream. There you go, French pancakes. Or you can even do savory inside of these crepes. You can do like ham and cheese in there, just like making an omelet. Or spinach and feta cheese is another wonderful savory one. Tomato and mozzarella cheese and fresh basil. That's an excellent one. And just put those on top of the crepe and then just roll them up. There you go, plain and simple. Very easy to do. And you don't need to have the baking powder or soda, but the French pancakes. Paris. It's calling me. Everything's coming out French. But that would be the perfect answer for you without having the leavening agents to make your pancakes. Or if you want to do a different pancake, you can do German pancakes and have shredded potatoes, flour, and egg. Mix that up until it's like almost like a pie crust dough, and then just pat those out into a frying pan. I've made those before on the show when my mom was visiting. And pour maple syrup over those, served with bacon and sausage and applesauce. Boom, there you go too. So there's many different variations of pancakes that you can make, and you already have the ingredients. So good luck, Jeannie, and I hope that answers your question. And for Miss Callie and I, who's not here, and Miss Callie Ellis, in positions, it takes her so long, going all the way back and come back, We like to say, eat healthy, be safe, and spread the sunshine. Bye-bye.
Water your face with sunshine.